participants coming up, we wanted to just let you know of some thank yous, and we can intersperse this as we go along, but we wanted to thank the parade work group chaired by Kelly Charest and Holly Lankowski. Equally important members of this group, Pam Hodgkins, Cindy Von Flatern, Rocky Foley, Denise Schwartz, and Lori Baronis. The parade work group would like to thank all of our participants and the following people for their support, assistance, guidance, and help with all the planning. You know, the parade's been in the planning stages for a couple of years now. As we approach, I'll just say thank you to the first two people, Mike and Brenda Wojnakevitz from the Sunderland Parade Committee, John Hannum from the Whately Parade Committee. All right. So we have Deerfield Police as number one in our parade, committed to serving the community for the next 350 years. We have Sergeant Brian Ravish in the motorcycle. So we also know Brian as the school resource officer, and he's been a coach for many years for Frontier and also Deerfield Academy. And the Deerfield Cruiser is being driven by Jesse Sobek Rosnick. He works part-time for Deerfield and is a full-time captain paramedic for the Northampton Police Department. For the Northampton Fire Rescue, rather. And both of these gentlemen live in Deerfield. From Chief Pachorik and the members of the Deerfield Police Department, they appreciate the overwhelming community support from the residents.
And next up, presenting the colors to start our parade, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, Hail Clap Post 3295, under the command of Ray Billiel. The VFW, no one does more for the veterans. The VFW is proud to serve the veterans in our communities and their families. Ask them today about information on joining the VFW. Happy birthday, Deerfield, they say.
And a beautiful white pickup truck, a Silverado. They look great.
And next up, we have our parade grand marshals. First up is someone I know very well, my father, Tom Clark, driven by his wife, Becky. Lived his entire life in West Deerfield, except for 4 years in college. He served the town in many capacities, including 20 years in the Deerfield Fire Department as captain. I served on numerous town boards and committees, 10 years on the school committee, 4 years on the select board, 18 years on the finance committee, and served on the Deerfield Elementary School building committee. Tom's also a founding member of Deerfield Land Trust before it merged with the Franklin Land Trust. He's been employed at the Orchard Fruit Farm since 1971.
He looks very comfortable sitting in that chair, sitting down for a change. And we have Mr. Bob Decker. He's one of our marshals today. He's served the town for many years. His great-grandfather settled here in 1878. He's been on the South Deerfield Water Department for 25 years, 6 years Deerfield Planning Board, 9 years Deerfield School Committee. He was on the Deerfield Building Committee, Frontier Regional School Committee, Lifetime Achievement Award, Massachusetts Association of School Committees. He's currently on the Deerfield DBA, Frontier Regional School Committee.
Next up, the South Deerfield Fire Department, led by Chief Bill Swayze, Deputy Chief Steve Kolakowski, Captain Kurt Seaman, Lieutenant Mike Kolakowski, and Lieutenant Bob Swayze. Firefighters are pulling their original postcard that was purchased back in 1902. We have Deerfield Squad, which carries brush fire tools, ATV, and a boat for river rescues. And finishing up Deerfield Fire is the juniors. These are those members under 18 who are taking part in two of the ATVs being driven, as well as a brush truck to bring up the rear.
So we also want to thank Bill Swayze, Kurt Seaman, South Deerfield Fire District, Lori McComb, South County Emergency Medical Services, FCAT, for coverage of the parade and many of the 350 celebrations that we have this year. Greg Franceschi and Lisa Middens for the use of their yard and power for our presentation today.
And also the PVMA for the use of no parking signs. We thank Yankee Candle for the tents. Jeff Berniski for parade, rubbish, and review stand stage, which we are putting to use here. Gripco's Garage for shuttle bus for participants. Franklin County Jail Print Shop for parade printed materials. Moran Electric for review stand electricity. Sugarloaf Nursery for the beautiful review stand flowers. Kelly Page for use of property for the parade staging area. Frontier Regional High School, Deerfield Elementary for use of their parking lots. PVMA for no parking signs and cones. Deerfield Academy for the use of athletic field markers. Nutrient Solutions for lime. And thank you to everyone else who's helped, especially spouses, with this event. So moving along with the parade here, we have coming up along District Attorney Dave Sullivan, Mass Department of Agricultural Resources, and Deerfield native Ashley Randall, and our state rep Natalie Blay, who's grabbing a selfie here.
Yes, and she's a Deerfield resident.
Hi Cindy, hi Ben.
And Dave Sullivan and City's boss. Great guy as well. Great folks. And we got Ashley. We got Ashley as well. We got Ashley.
Girl.
Coming up here, we have Congressman Jim McGovern, a great representative for us. Senator Joe Comerford, our state senator. And we have Kristen Lechko, is the Western Mass Director for the Office of Governor Healy. And then Tim Helchi, Select Board also walking. Great to see you, Jim.
Here are some of our select board members writing out. Contest earlier in the year. Sixth grade graduate this year. Here's M.A. Svedlin and friend with a banner honoring the Deerfield volunteers from 1673 to 2023. 350 years of volunteering.
Thank you to all who volunteer and continue to volunteer for Deerfield. Thank you, M.A. Coming along next, we have Gold Star Mother Kathy Belanger. Kathy's son, United States Army Sergeant Gregory Belanger, was killed in action in Iraq in 2003. Kathy, a nurse and a 24-year EMT for the town of Deerfield, resides in the village hall here. Kathy established a scholarship at Frontier Training Network. We thank her for the sacrifice her son made to keep us safe from foreign enemies. Driving Kathy is Old Deerfield Native Sergeant Robert Hutchins III, a 17-year veteran of the U.S. Army 101st Airborne Division. Rob is a graduate of Frontier Regional High School, class of 1994.
It's a beautiful Jeep they have that they're driving in today. So upcoming is the South Deerfield Water District, F-250 Department truck representing the South Deerfield Water Supply District. And thank you for hosting our participants by being one of our two staging areas today where our participants headed off. Thank you.
Coming up next is the Mass DOT, joining us with a 2022 Freightliner plow truck that is driven by Josh Dempsey, that was named Snow Day No Way by the Hadley Elementary School during the plow truck naming contest. And once again, thank you to Mass DOT for hosting the staging area for the parade today.
That's a pretty impressive plow, I'd say.
Thank you to all the Mass DOT and all snowplow truck drivers do to keep our roads.
So we have a little time now. I would have to say that the weather has broken. We had a good amount of rain this morning, but right now we have a mixture of clouds and more clouds, but no rain right now. You could still come out if you live nearby. You could drive your car to one of the parking areas and come walking out. One thing we'd like to mention today is we have the mummers here, the Joseph A. Furco String Band from South Philadelphia. They're not marching in the parade as we had hoped due to the inclement weather, and a decision had to be made for them to perform at Frontier in the performance area today. So their performances are at 2:45, 3:35, and 4:25. So after the parade, you could take a break and go over there, or a break during the parade and see their performance. It'll be about a half-hour performance. We'd like to thank them for coming today, and also thank the Friends of Deerfield for sponsoring them.
Coming along here is the William Diamond Junior Fife and Drum Corps, one of the top junior fife and drum corps in the world. They travel all over Europe and the Americas, performing and meeting the junior musicians everywhere they travel. This May, they perform in Yorktown and Columbia, Williamsburg. Thank you for coming along today.
A lot of nice applause for the audience and the young people performing. special sponsorship from JJ&T, the Friends of Deerfield, the Town of Deerfield 350th Steering Committee, Diane and Leonard Gripko, and New Pro LLC. They all donated so that the mummers could be here today at Frontier. Thank you. Well, here's a beautiful float. Savage Farms has donated their trailer for this float today. This is for the Tilton Library, established in 1915 with funds from the estate of Chauncey Tilton. Tilton Library is growing with the future of Deerfield, helping to make our community a more beautiful place. And a beautiful float it is. So we have all the things at the library. Our library director is on the float. We have some trustees represented here today. Bette Schmidt is Miss Rumfries, the librarian. We have Sam and Bodie Dark, Amelia Johnson, Sadie Conlin, Denise Danak, librarian at DES, our library director, and walking with the float, Kate Hayes, Joanne Sherman, and Kathy O'Rourke, trustee. Thank you.
Next up, we have a beautiful horse-drawn wagon by the Three County Fair, being pulled by a team from Muddy Brook Farm in Amherst. The Three County Fair in Northampton is recognized by the USDA as America's oldest ongoing agricultural fair, held every year since 1818. Be sure to visit the Three County Fair this upcoming Labor Day weekend.
And I hope you can see as they pass by, they have beautiful liams in their wagon today, and they have driven by horses. So the Deerfield Lions Club approaches, chartered in 1946, 77 years ago. They extend their mission of service in the community where needs are great, such as sight, health, youth, elderly, the environment, and disaster relief. Lions International is the largest volunteer humanitarian organization in the world. Carrying the banner is last year's and this year's recipient of scholarship, Aidan and David Gray of Captain Lathrop Drive. Let's see, we've got lead car, Pete James and Steve Mazula, both longtime members. Peter James was our moderator for 36 years. Stephen is driving Peter's 1964 Ford Thunderbird named the Brenda Lee. Peter and Steve are credited with 28 years of contributions to our car show. And here they come.
And just past ahead of them was the club's grand prize winner, Mark Bernier of Montague, driving his vintage 1931 AA Ford stake body truck, which was originally his grandfather's farm truck, and he's joined by his grandson. And then rounding out, we have the two iMobile vans used by Lions Club across the state to hold eye tests and hearing screenings. In support of the dedicated Lions, past District Governor Matt Richardson of Boston Host Lions Club is driving the North Shore District's van to showcase Jerry the Lion. Riding atop, Jerry has lots of fun at parades and events across the state. And then next is the larger iMobile from District K, Boston area, driven by Sissy Cito of the Ashland Lions Club and Second Vice District Governor Anthony Belliola of the Boston Host Lions Club. All Lions from Deerfield to around the globe volunteer their service, carrying out its mission, we serve.
It's pretty cute, the lion that they have in the window there. Yeah, this is really interesting. Okay. And here are my friends from the South Deerfield Women's Club. Organized in 1897, the Women's Club is celebrating 125 years of women meeting in Deerfield to promote intellectual and social lives of its members. And they look beautiful today in their white parasols and white dresses, long dresses. And the weather has held out for them. Thank you for coming out, ladies. And we're always welcoming new members. And I'll tell you what, the Women's Club is a lot of fun. Yeah, we have a vintage car with more members in the vintage car. Thank you. And here is another vintage car, and ladies with banners doing their little royal wave here with Pam. Thank you, and thank you for driving. Okay. Hey, Lori, thank you for organizing. You look beautiful.
Next up, we have a Coldwell Banker Community Realtors, locally owned real estate company offering national exposure with the most powerful real estate brand in the world. Think of buying or selling a home? Consider working with our world-class agents in their South Deerfield office.
What a
little
sweet
small
float.
house. Little small house. I don't know if you want to live there, but
Yeah,
it
it
looks
says
good though.
it's sold. Lori sold that house. It looks really cute. We have a little mice that in their little backyard. It's adorable. Here we have JRB Disposal, Jeff Berniski. He joins us today with a Subaru Sambar mini truck. That is another really cute. That kind of goes with the mini house, right?
You could fit the house in the back there.
Yeah.
And thank you again, guys, for the stage. I know Jeff isn't driving, but pass it on.
Yes, they have donated the stage here today and also the dumpsters throughout the parade. Thank you, Jeff, and please use the dumpsters. Approaching is the Great American Marching Band, a military veteran organization consisting of professional musicians performing throughout New England, entertaining crowds with uplifting patriotic music. They were recognized as Patriotic Employer by the Office of Secretary of Defense. Let's listen.
We have a car from the Disabled American Veterans, Auxiliary Unit 33, Scott Vetterling, Greenfield, Mass., serving veterans and families since 1922. For information, go to davma.org. In the car, Mariana Foster, Commander, Cindy Moores, Marsha Duncan, and Dyson Schultz.
This is Triad in the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. The Honor Guard and Vintage Cruiser are proudly representing the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. We have Deputy Joe LaChance driving 1968 Plymouth Satellite Cruiser. That's upcoming. Oh, and here is our comfort dog for Montague. Montague Police Officer Dan Miner with comfort dog Mac, and he is a lovely dog. Good boy. And here is a really cool vintage cruiser. Yeah. This is a Plymouth Satellite Cruiser. Thank you.
And this would have been in service 50 years ago.
Yeah. Very nice.
Could have been chasing down people, who knows?
I remember when the cars were that big in the back and the front.
So up next is a car, vintage car from, we got Josh's Detail Service Shop right here in the center of town. Beautiful old cars here. Josh does a great job. Anybody for detailing needs.
Very pretty. And 40 Years Barbershop is, I think, a sponsor of this vehicle. Looks good. Hi, this is Bud Driver, ambassador of the. Sean. Bowman?
Yeah, Sean.
Okay, Sean Bowman. Sorry. Okay, his car is a truck is a 1930 Ford AA truck owned and operated by Sean Bowman. Sean and his mom Kelly Bowman are proprietors of Trademark Realty, and Sean is also a Deerfield Water Commissioner.
Next up, we have some more modern agricultural equipment. Barway Farm started in 1919 and currently run by the third Steve, fourth Peter and Mark, and fifth Henry Melnick family generations. Barway Farm is here with a 1908 class chopper and a 250 International Case tractor.
That is one very large vehicle.
Another good example of great multi-generational farm that the town has many examples of.
Upcoming is the town of Sunderland. Sunderland Brushwood? Okay. So we have the Sunderland Fire Department. That was Sunderland Brush 1, a 2006 Ford F450 4x4. Yeah, okay. Coming up, we have the Sunderland Police Department. We have a cruiser and 2 officers marching. Okay, so this is the brush? Okay, this is Sunderland Brush One, a 2006 Ford F450 4x4, and it's towing a trailer carrying their 2013 UTV and Honda four-wheeler. So some beautiful equipment. This combination is used for wildfire suppression and search and rescue activities. Brush truck has been outfitted for these tasks with a heavy-duty suspension lift, larger, more capable tires, and diesel engine modifications. They're also outfitted with specialized equipment for UTV and four-wheeler. And here's a float from Sunderland. They have a beautiful landscaped float here today, saying congratulations, town of Deerfield, from the Sunderland Men's Club.
And thank you to Gothic Top Farm for providing the trucking today too as well.
And a beautiful tractor. How old do you think that tractor is?
It's
Farm out?
at least 50 years. Next up, we have a town in Northfield. We have fire and police with us today. Deerfield, we send our congratulations to our neighbors to the north, as Northfield also celebrates their town's 350th this year. They have a police cruiser, and then the Northfield Fire, Rob Hunter driving their Ladder 1. So thanks for making the trip down, and hopefully we'll be able to celebrate with some apparatus up there.
That's true. We will bring our apparatus up there. You should mark your calendars. Their parade is Saturday, September 30th at 1 p.m. Okay, and here come our Shriners.
Yes, we have Shriners coming along. We keep your eyes peeled. We've got some mini vehicles on their way up the road here.
Yeah. They've brought a pretty large contingent with them today. We're going to see motorized vehicle units, a director unit, and a band. And they may come up and talk with us as well. Cute little dog. It's a beautiful vintage. Well, I don't know how old that car is.
That's a recent car.
Yeah.
Beautiful car. Beautiful Corvette.
It's a Corvette.
Yeah.
Here's a little mini tractor trailer for Teddy Bear Pools and Spas. Very mini.
Yeah, these guys have been delighting fans for years. I remember as a kid seeing the Shriners come. It's always a treat at the fair.
Yeah.
Very glad to have them today.
I think their smiles are as big as the kids' smiles too. Here they come. You notice they come prepared for the weather too, right?
Yeah. coming up out of Springfield, but the members are from all over.
They can even drive with one hand. That's pretty good.
So coming up next, a little bigger truck, moving a little slower too. But we have Henry C. Cocott and Sons Excavating and Trucking. Their roots are 3 generations deep in Deerfield. They've been digging and hauling since 1960 and are proud to be celebrating Deerfield's 350th. And you know, I'm sure anybody in town, you see Cocott's trucks all over. They do a great job, and you know, they're really good business in town here.
Yeah, they've done a lot of. I know our first foundation was by Cocott. That's beautiful.
That's another multi-generational business. You know, it's great. We have a lot of floats in the parade today. People representing multi-generational farms and businesses in town, and this float shows the longevity of business and family here. It's great.
Okay, and coming up is a special entry for kids and adults alike. We have Phil Gilmore from the Mass DCR, Forest Fire Control District 9, Franklin County, and he has a special guest with him, Smokey Bear. He extends a warm and happy birthday to the town of Deerfield for its 350th anniversary. Now that is a very cute bear, I will have to say. He's really cute. And we got a little boy, the passenger there. Hi.
And Phil is also a Deerfield resident too. We're very glad that the Gilmore family are big contributors to town.
And they wish to say thank you for your assistance with Smokey's campaign. Remember, only you can prevent wildfires. Okay, so this is a
Jeep, and then there's a power wagon. Yeah.
a Jeep and a Power Wagon, 1957 Power Wagon. We had Smokey's Jeep, the Power Wagon, and then we have a 1964 brush fire engine. Some beautiful vintage vehicles.
A little more modern. Now we have current equipment here. So. And the DCR does a great job, not just in state property, but also helping our local departments in wildfires. Coming up next is Greenfield Police. They join us with a special operations vehicle in the back, as well as a couple cruisers. And it's a little wet. They were going to have a drone operator, but it's a little wet today. But thank you, Greenfield Police. We have a great relationship with the town of Deerfield and Greenfield in terms of mutual aid, and really like to help each other out. Deputy Chief Gordon driving in here. Another Deerfield.
We have some passengers, some family.
You got the next generation coming here too. It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, the special operations it does contain the drone and other things in terms of missing persons, anything that people need help with. So
Wow.
It's great to have you guys here. Thank you.
I've never seen that. That's beautiful. It has the Greenfield, City of Greenfield logo. So another thing that we can let you know about is there is this, the town hall is open today, and there is a special exhibit over there that is sponsored by PVMA and the Deerfield Historical Commission, and it's a series of photos of places in Deerfield from 100 years ago and then compared to the location now. So it's really nice to compare the buildings and locations, so you can take a look at that today or in another time when you can visit the town hall, the town offices.
We are, as you said, it's very fortunate. I mean, the sky, you can even see the sun trying to peek through a little
Yeah.
bit. So we don't want to
Yeah.
jinx it, but we're feeling good.
Yeah,
Beautiful day to be out.
we're looking south on North Main Street, and it's sort of a little bit of blue sky there, right?
Yeah. So coming up next, we have the Brattleboro American Legion Band, the only Legion band in the state of Vermont, whose members represent 35 towns from 4 states. They perform all over New England and New York and have represented the American Legion Post 5 at several national competitions.
That's really neat. They sound great.
That's great. And that's a great trailer, too. That gets almost everybody in there. Coming up next, 1947 Farmall tractor and trailer, owned and driven by Chris Baranowski. Chris is a 49-year resident of South Deerfield and is riding on his restored Farmall A. Looks good there, Chris.
Hi.
Bringing out another 50 years.
Yeah, they look pretty comfortable in that
Yeah,
wagon.
looks good. Stand dry. It's good.
Enjoy. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So pulling up here is the Whately Fire Department.
So there's Captain Wayne Hukowski and newly retired Fire Chief John Hannum. They're riding the little next truck back, the 1927 Child's Muster truck. And Chief Hannum just retired after 52 years of fire service. And leading the front here, we have Whately's Engine 3. Nice that we have some old fire trucks here as well. So actually this next truck is Lieutenant Jason Clemens and Chief J.P. Kennedy in a 1929 Model A fire truck. And then retired chief is the next truck back.
I appreciate your expertise with the fire vehicles. It's a lot to know.
Another
look
good
good.
friends of Deerfield, Whately Fire, another great mutual aid partner. We all work together here, and it's great to have good towns and good neighbors. So. And I believe it's also the retired chief's birthday today. So
Wow.
happy birthday to John Hannum.
That's awesome.
We got a parade for you just for your birthday.
You know, it's my granddaughter's birthday today. She's 3, so you share a birthday. This is, oh, here comes the Whately Snowmobile Club. This is a fun float. They present their entry of a truck with small kid snowmobiles in the back, and it's a float with adult snowmobiles decorated with hay bales, small trees, snowmobile signs, and banners. I guess we don't see any snow today. We had enough rain, but look at them. We've got really cute snowmobiles on there, little ones, and then a great big skidoo. They've got some safety signs: slow down, bridge ahead, caution, and thank you, landowners. Oh. Here comes the Allstate Materials Group contingent. Since 1957, Allstate's Materials Group has been based in Franklin County, including right here in Deerfield. So today's entries include a fully restored 1931 Brockway distributor, a 1940 Ford pickup, and a new 2023 Mack trailer, pulling their float, honoring our local veterans. So here is our float with a beautiful display honoring our local veterans. This is the new truck.
Yeah, looks great. Hey, bud.
Look at that. Okay.
Yeah, beautiful truck. Yeah, they do a lot of business in town and big employer in town, so thank you for their presence here too. And you have a personal connection
Yes,
too, Cindy.
I have my brother and my two sons work for Allstate Material Group.
More equipment here, yeah. I guess they couldn't get the antiques here, but they have some
Yeah.
nice equipment, lots of
Yeah,
trucks.
huge. You will be very high up if you are sitting in this truck. Well, we see them all around our roads around here, right? Last summer, they're doing a lot of work. Good for the economy.
Next up, back to some walkers. We have the First Church of Deerfield, founded in 1673 and still alive today. The First Church of Deerfield has been part of the town's entire 350-year history. Its beautiful brick meeting house, replicated here in miniature on the back of the truck, will celebrate its own 200th anniversary next year. Whoever you are, wherever you may be on life's journey, you are welcome at the First Church. And it is a beautiful building in Old Deerfield there.
It's my friend Andrea Reynolds.
And Mark Dancer, yeah. The matching blue raincoats even.
And it is a very beautiful building in the center of Deerfield, Old Deerfield.
Hey, Jane Turner, hey. And Liza leading up the back, Reverend Liza. Thank you, beautiful building.
Oh, okay, this is a 1958 Chevrolet Spartan, South Deerfield's former engine number 1. It's owned by Kolakowski Farm and driven by Andrew Kolakowski. We have some riders on it. And the American flags. Yeah. 1958.
So next up is RCW Plumbing and Heating, owned and operated by Chris Weatherby. Today's parade, they have one truck with a closed trailer and another truck with a trailer that has a clawfoot tub and continuous running shower.
Oh.
And it looks like somebody's trying to take a shower,
Oh.
even in the rain here. Bubble bath, maybe. They're having a good time. It's
Yeah.
great. Very creative.
That is really cute.
Very creative flow. It's great. And even the 350 balloons, too.
Okay.
Looking good, guys.
I guess that's real water and real soap in there. Oh, good. So I think as the parade goes on, we have more and more people coming to visit us too, right? More people coming into the parade.
Yep, and people walking back from
Yeah.
their floats too,
Yeah.
which is great.
Some people where early entries can now come and see the rest of the parade.
And the weather's really lending itself now. People are coming out with the sun coming up, so.
So this is the Expandable Brass Band. Loud, raucous, and full of fun, the Expandable Brass Band is dedicating to spreading joyful music to the people of Western Mass and beyond. Let's listen. They're a really cheerful group too. Really nice. you.
And then we have Magic Wings, Butterfly Conservatory and Gardens, right on 5 and 10 in Deerfield. They're wishing Deerfield a happy 350th, thanking us for patronage and support for the past 22 years. Magic Wing has a truck in today's parade with passengers holding butterfly kites and a giant butterfly. I don't know if you'll see that over there in the gardens. You can look for that one.
Yeah.
But you guys do a great job. We're glad to have you in town. A great place to take kids and families. Anybody coming to town is a wonderful place to visit.
Okay. Okay. This is Pecumtuck Valley Memorial Association. Nonprofit museum was founded in 1870 to preserve the stories of the region's colonial settlers, and especially the indigenous persons, especially the Pecumtucks. Today, PVMA fosters interest in the entire local historic narrative to the present, maintains a collection of artifacts and documents as a resource for scholars and the public. It's a great place to visit. The PVMA is represented by Jean Soika, a businessman dressed in an authentic Polish costume, reflecting the many Eastern European immigrants settled in Deerfield. And she is being driven in the 1965 Mercedes-Benz convertible by Mary Baronis of South Deerfield.
And they're followed closely by a close organization to them, Historic Deerfield. Deerfield Inn and Champneys all being represented. Historic Deerfield is happy to celebrate with us in celebrating the milestone. Open mid-April to late November, and come and visit in Historic Deerfield. So you can get a great visit down to Old Deerfield, see PVMA and Historic Deerfield buildings.
Here is a beautiful model of the Sunderland Congregational Church, our neighbor to the east, just over the bridge. An exact replica of the Sunderland Congregational Church that was created for the town of Sunderland's 350th anniversary 5 years ago this weekend. Well, it's really fun to see a float like this. Okay.
Then we have a 1937 Black Ford Club Coupe, owned and driven by Gary Houle.
That's a cute car.
It is, yeah.
Drum Corps, founded in 1868, is the oldest continually operated drum corps in Connecticut and one of the oldest in the United States. What a wonderful history. They have a little drummer in the back. He looks like he's probably about 8 years old or so. And they have their beautiful...
Maybe he's the little drummer boy.
Yeah. So here we have a Conway fire truck.
It's Conway's engine too. Another neighbor right to our west, and another, once again, very thankful to have Conway, who can be their mutual aid. We a good system. We go back and forth. You may notice Greenfield is one of the only that doesn't have an apparatus, and they're actually covering for Deerfield today. So, we're fortunate to get a lot of Deerfield's equipment in, so that Greenfield's been covering anything comes up. So.
Excellent. Okay, and here comes Holy Name of Jesus Parish contingent. We know them from wonderful holiday fairs that they have at their church, delicious baked goods, homemade items, but they have a very wonderful history as well. They've been in existence since 1929. At their first Mass, they had 400 people present. Then in 1930, they were informed that a new church was being built. It was finished May 4th, 1930. There was a special Mass when that church began, and there were 2,000 people in attendance. There was a solemn high Mass that was celebrated by Prime Bishop Francis Hoder at the time. So it's been in existence for 93 years. The Holy Name of Jesus Parish has served in various ways in South Deerfield as a symbol of religious freedom, taking its mission statement from the motto of the Polish National Catholic Church: truth, work, and struggle. They dedicate their entry to the early organizers of the Holy Name of Jesus National Catholic Church.
This is the fire truck.
Okay. So upcoming is a vintage fire truck owned and driven by Ed Kelly of Hadley. Beautiful red fire truck with gold lettering.
It's nice to get some of the personal fire truck collectors too today.
Yeah.
It's great getting these trucks out.
So how old do you think a truck like this is? You're my experts. It's got like a nice light at the tops going
Yeah,
around.
yeah. So now we have the Friends of Deerfield. We have some walkers and some riders. Friends of Deerfield is a 501c3 nonprofit founded in 2021 whose mission is to fund and help organize civic events for the enjoyment and education for the residents of Deerfield and surrounding communities, and recently funded and supported the New Year's Kickoff Jubilee, History Speaker Series, Founders Day weekend activities, 350 weekends, and tomorrow's chicken barbecue. And don't forget the fireworks are scheduled for tomorrow night, not tonight. Right behind the lead Friends of Deerfield banner, we have Gripco's Family Bus Garage. Since 1957, for over 65 years, the Gripco family has served Deerfield and the surrounding communities in student transportation. They happily congratulate and celebrate the town of Deerfield on its 350th anniversary. And I know I rode on Gripco buses, and actually Jane was my bus driver, and now is my kid's bus driver.
Oh,
So it's great
wow.
tradition with the Gripcos in town here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we said it wouldn't be a parade without the Gripco buses, because we had either our kids or grandkids rode those buses. It's a really cute little Pekingese dog in the front window there too. I think when I was a kid, I would have really liked to get on a bus that had a dog on it. That would have made things a little easier.
Maybe the bus monitor, maybe.
Yeah.
Then we have Greenfield Savings Bank. Greenfield Savings Bank with GSB. The mascot bee suit maybe is a little wet for the mascot bee suit today, but we have the GSB team, a great team right here in Deerfield, and obviously around, but we're glad to have them right in the center of town.
We recognize some of the
Yeah, some of the friendly faces from the branch here.
Yep.
Yes, and Greenfield Savings does a lot, a lot to nonprofits all over, not just for Deerfield, but like many of our local banks, we're very thankful for Greenfield Savings. And coming up next, Chiswick Farm Stand and Aunt Nella's Farm, located in the heart of Old Deerfield, fourth generation of their family to farm the land in the North Meadows. The farm started as a dairy in the early 1900s and evolved over the years to specialize in getting you the earliest and best tasting sweet corn in the valley, along with other crops like tomatoes, squash, and cucumbers. We also offer a variety of hay and forage products for all your animal needs. They're joining us today with a 1977 John Deere 4430 pulling a wagon and a 2023 Ford F550 with a load of hay here. And yes, as many people know, Aunt Nellis specializes in hay and corn, and Chiswick's does a great job there, especially, as they say, with the early corn, everything through the season. So another great family farm here in town.
Well, I love the smell of hay when it comes by. So a few weeks, maybe a couple of weeks before sweet corn comes out, but not too long. We waited a long time.
Not too long, no. The strawberries now are going to be into corn soon.
We've got the rain and the heat is coming, so. Hey guys. Nice float. Very pretty. Okay, so also a sponsor of the Friends of Deerfield is Smith Tree and Landscaping. We have a dump truck coming up, decorated and looking ready for the summer ahead. Thank you for your sponsorship. Oh, and Beautiful flowers in the back.
Yeah, beautiful display.
Look at that. So approaching us is a Yankee Candle contingent, and it's appropriate that they would say Merry Christmas because it's always Christmas at Yankee Candle. And they say congratulations to the town of Deerfield on 350 years. Yankee Candle Village has been a South Deerfield landmark since 1983. Thank you for almost 40 years of community and support.
Are you ready?
I think I might have been there when they opened 40 years ago, too. I like Yankee Candle. Okay, and their float features none other than Santa, one of this year's Howdy Award finalists, and he is joined by another finalist and winner. Well, maybe they're walking. But that's another thing, you want to go to Yankee Candle so you can see Santa. It's always Christmas at Yankee Candle. Where else could it snow in June?
It is another great place, great employer in town, great attraction in town, and big supporter. Hey, how's it going? Wade Bassett, the manager, driving there. It's great. It's a great place to go. Take your kids. Folks from out of town. Very well known. So we're glad to have Yankee part of the sponsors here.
Okay, so this is a Friends of Deerfield float, and this is another gorgeously decorated float. The float features a Cheswick farm stand. It's a Cheswick farm stand Antonellis farm truck, thanking all the Friends of Deerfield donors. Thank you, lead donors. Well, I kind of hate to break that float down. It's so beautiful. I just want to put it in my yard.
It's not too late to still stock up. We have,
Yeah.
both you can go to Cheswick's, or you can go all kinds of places. The local flowers and.
June to spring. Oh.
And then coming up, Larry Risley here, Risley Funeral Home with a horse-drawn antique hearse. We have a driver from Muddy Brook Farm and Larry Risley, proprietor of Risley Funeral Home. They're providing the horses that are pulling the hearse. Risley's was opened in 1966 by Larry. Congratulations, he says, to Deerfield's 350th. And note the sign on the back, this is the end. And thank you, Muddy Brook Farm, as well. And with that, it actually is the end. And we thank everybody for coming out today. Really wonderful attendance, and the weather held, and it was a great 350th. Thank you all. Hopefully we can see you tomorrow at the barbecue, and then the fireworks tomorrow night.
Yeah, and then we'll have the family activities like in the fall, which is a great time to come to Deerfield. So that we'll have more information about that.
So on behalf of us, Ben Clark,
Cindy Von Flater.
thank you very much. Thanks for coming out.